Welcome to the 5 to 9 Creator channel. I'm Vishal Joseph, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through the Adobe Firefly platform, and I'm going to show you all of the features that this amazing platform has to offer. First off, this is not a sponsored post. I wanted to make this video so that you have clarity about what the platform looks like, what are the different features that are available to you, so that if you were to explore this, you have clarity before you even get started. Additionally, every platform constantly has updates to their user interface and the user experience. So I wanted to put this out there as of June 21st, 2026. This is what the interface looks like. I'll also leave timestamps in the description below so that if you have anything specific that you want to check out, you can look at the timestamps and jump right to that section. So let's get started. So in a nutshell, Adobe Firefly is an AI-assisted content creation, production and ideation platform. You can generate images, video and audio from this one platform. But let me show you what that looks like. So we're gonna head over to firefly.adobe.com, and this is what the homepage looks like. On top you have a prompt bar where essentially you can type in whatever it is that you want, and you have drop down to select image or video. You select the different models that are available. This is a quick way to jump into the creation process. And right below that, you have 4 quick actions which you can click and jump into, such as generate image, generate video from an image, expand an image, and upscale video. So quick tip, as you're scrolling through the platform, you will find a lot of these quick actions. Essentially, Adobe has identified what are the important things or important actions that people take with their tools, and they've put that together so that you can quickly jump into that action in an interface that helps you to execute quickly. So as you scroll down, there's a recommended for you section which has a wide range of all of these quick actions. So we saw extend image above. You can remove an object from an image. There is generative fill to add elements to an existing image, and so on. So we are going to go through the tab on the left hand side. That would be the easiest way for you to understand this. So right below home, you have image, which is the page where you go to if you know that you want to get started with image based work. So you have generate image, edit an image, upscale image. You can remove object, expand background. Similarly, you have a video tab where you can generate a video. You can prompt to edit a clip, edit a video, action specifically related to video-based work. Then below that, you have an audio tab where you have enhanced speech. You can generate soundtrack. You have voice to sound effects, and you can translate audio. So again, based on image, video or audio, you can select which one you want to work on and jump right into it. Lastly, there's a Discover tab where you have the entire list of all of the quick actions that Adobe has to offer. So this is a really cool place to scroll through to see what are the different things that Adobe has to offer. Now, below that, there's something called boards. So think of boards as an ideation space. The best way to explain what a board is to see one. So I'm just going to open one of the boards that I have created and explain what that is for you. Okay, so as you can see here, this might look crazy right now, but I'll explain what this is. So Firefly boards essentially is a space where all of your planning and ideation can happen. So let's say there is a design, product, mock-up project that you're working on. This can be the space where you brainstorm ideas and put all of your images into it, and then you can start branching out and working on different aspects of a single campaign. This is the Firefly board that I have for my podcast with my friend. So I basically dropped in the different logo variations that I have. I dropped in some of the assets that I've created, and I've just been playing around to see what are the different variations that I can generate and create. And this is just essentially what my brain looks like, or this is like a second brain for all of your projects. I've been creating background images. I even experimented with video to try and create some videos for the podcast. So essentially think of it as your ideation hub. Next we have on the list is Timeline, which is your video editor within Firefly. And to give you an idea of what that looks like, this is the example where you have the timeline with the video playing through. You have space for media and you have quick tools like cutting and selecting. You can think of this as a space that where you would put together a video which involves multiple generations that you have done, because you have everything here accessible to you. You have different sources or the folders that you have your files in, your generation history. You can quickly add text. You have transitions that you can use. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a space that's going to be built out over the next 1 year. So keep a lookout for updates. Next, we have the AI Assistant, which is in public beta right now. AI Assistant is basically a continuous chat which you can open and have a conversation with the AI Assistant to generate images and make changes. So I'll open one of my chats so that you have an idea of what that looks like. So in this particular chat, I am trying to create a character. So I basically had this image generated of a character which is supposed to look like me. And I said, make this character pose folding his hands, and it made the change. And I opened different chats for different projects. If I want to try different things, I just start a new chat. So think of it like your Claude or ChatGPT with image generation, but built into Adobe Firefly. Next, we have production, which is the space that you would go to if you want one single action to be applied to over a large number of files. So let's say you have 20 different product images that you have taken, but you want to remove the background for all of those 20 images. So essentially you could do that here by clicking on the quick action that's there and dropping all of the files at once, and then it'll remove background for all of those files. So if you are a social media manager and you have tons of assets that you want one action applied to at the same time, this is where you would get that done. The last thing that we have on the list is custom models, which is something new that Adobe launched last year. Custom model is a unique feature where you can essentially train a model to learn your style. So let's say you are not a graphic designer or you are not somebody who knows how to use the professional tools, but you do have an aesthetic for your existing brand. Now what you can do is you can create and train a new model which will be private and something only you can access. You can train that model based on the existing assets that your brand already has. So what your illustrations look like, what the visuals for your website looks like, you can put together all of that information and train a single model so that the next time you need something to be created, you could use this model and generate assets that you can use for different parts of your marketing, storytelling, anything that you want to do. There are 3 different use cases that are highlighted on the website here. The first one is photography style, the second one is illustration style, and the last one is characters. So this is especially helpful if you are not a designer or if you are not a creative and you don't know how to use a lot of the professional tools. I am definitely not a designer, so I try to use generative tools to be able to create illustrations or to create assets for all of my creative projects. For example, the podcast that we have, we use Adobe Firefly to be able to create all of the assets because both of us are not designers or illustrators. So we play around with AI as much as possible to get that done. I hope that this video has been helpful for you to get an idea of what the platform looks like and the different features that are available on Adobe Firefly. Now, if you want any in-depth video or tutorial, be sure to comment below and I promise you I will make a video for that. So if there's anything that you want to learn on Adobe Firefly, comment below. That's it for this video. If you found this helpful, consider liking this video as it really does help the channel. And if this is the kind of thing that you want to see more of, and if you are a creator yourself, consider subscribing, because we drop a video every single week and we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one.